What's up, Benzo Warriors? This is Derek here reporting. Let's see. Today is day 3 from jumping off Valium. And it's pretty sweet. I mean, it is. It's amazing. It's like bittersweet. I was on it was 20 months now I've been tapering since August of 2022. And Thursday when I dropped, it was a bittersweet day. I mean, I've been sick all last week, just so lethargic and out of energy. And then my hands and my feet have been tingling a lot. But I felt like it was getting worse. And then all of a sudden I got yellow spots on my palms. So that's a little bit of a scare. And it's weird. They come and go. So we started panicking, and I figured it was either a low hypothyroid because I'm always cold. What are the other symptoms? Tingling. Anyway, so that's either that or then my liver. Because then if you look online, that's the first mistake, is looking online. Everything says I'm dying. And we figured it'd be the liver from all the supplements, and then maybe the kava that I use or have used throughout this journey on and off, because that's the only thing that helps for the anxiety. But I can't have that because I won't stop. That's just my personality. But anyway, so I ended up going I called my doctor. He was out of town. So I went to urgent care to get some blood work done. By that point, I really thought it was the kidneys or the liver, because I take so many supplements. I mean, I think over maybe a dozen every day, and they have binders in them, which makes them kind of toxic. So I'd convinced myself that I was going into liver failure at work. I had a panic attack at work. All morning, though, I was good. I didn't have any anxiety for being off Valium. I mean, usually I had immediate, right into the withdrawals, but just my brain. And then once I got to lunch, then the shit just hit the fan, and I had that normal panic attack. I mean, I got through it. But yeah, so I went to the urgent care that night. So even though I had jumped, I was distracted by all this shenanigans I was causing in my head. And then ended up being, we don't know. I did find out, though, the one thing that I learned was I've been drinking way too much water, 2 gallons a day. So the doctor said I had low sodium, and my thyroid's a little bit high. It's like a 5.3. The top is 5. And when he said low sodium, and then we figured I drink too much water. And as soon as I cut back on my water, all my energy's back, really a lot. So that's crazy, but it doesn't surprise me because I love water, and I just always drink it. Yesterday I went to work, and one thing I will say that has been immediate is my allergies, which is awesome, because I was sick all week from allergies, just completely wiped out. And yesterday I had a little bit, but not much. And then today is Saturday. It's really windy. It rained yesterday. Usually the rain really makes me sick. But I don't really have anything going on. I'd say the biggest withdrawal right now that I have is just complete brain dysfunction. And then a little bit of anhedonia, as you can tell, because for being off Valium finally after 20 months, you know. I will say Thursday I wasn't pretty excited and pretty happy. I did feel pretty good Thursday, so I did get to enjoy that day. But yesterday the withdrawals started kicking in, and because for me it's usually 24 hours for like the wave to hit, and like I don't really have physical waves anymore, which is awesome. That stopped at I think 4 milligrams, 4 or 3. So just know if you're, you know, on this, the waves get better. For me anyway. I hope for you too, if you're going through this. And I did start it. I don't know if I told you, if you've seen it in my other videos, but I started at 40 milligrams and I was able to get off. But yeah, my brain, I have no cognitive function. I can't, it's really hard for me to even film right now. I've been wanting to film all day, and I wanted to film yesterday, but I wanted to wait and see kind of how this played out. And Saturdays are always the day I usually get the most impact, which is why I drop on Thursdays. And I apologize if I'm all over the place. It's really hard for me to even focus. Uh, but yeah, and I just want to lay down. I mean, it's 70 degrees out, but it's a little windy, but I could still, you know, be outside, and I don't really care. I'm just sitting on my favorite spot. This is my chair, my wife's chair. She bought it, but it's in the basement, and this is where I've lived for 16, almost 20 months. This is my dungeon or whatever you want to call it in the basement. So here we are, Saturday afternoon, completely free from Valium and all psych meds. I'm on gabapentin still, so I'm gonna get off that this week. Uh, and I've been on that for the same amount of time, 10 years. I'm on 1800 milligrams. It's just off label to use, and it's completely pointless for me to be on it. And it just destroys your brain. Also, not as bad as the Valium or a benzo, but it does. You can have permanent brain damage from that, like neurological, which I think that might be the tingling. I don't know. There's like a lot of people that taper off gabapentin, and it's supposed to be hell, like over a year-long taper. But I've already cold turkey Effexor, Prozac. I actually have already gotten off the gabapentin before when I was cold turkeyed off Valium in 2020. After 6 months, I was like, "Screw this! I don't want to be on any medication," and I tapered down in 2 weeks. Uh, so I'm just gonna do that this week. I'm just gonna go from 1800 to what is it, 900? No, 6 times 3 is. Hold on. 6 times 3 is 18. So if I take 600 3 times a day, what is that? 18. And I have a master's degree and a year of stats and psychology. And I got an A, and I can't even do simple math right now. 18 divided by 2. What is that? 9. So I would take 9. That's it. Duh. So 3, 3, and 3. One, split it in half, and then I'll do that for probably a week, and then I'll just see what happens. And then I'm gonna take it as needed during the post-acute withdrawal phase. But yeah, so I'm gonna check in again as soon as this shit heals. I'm really nervous about this week for work because I couldn't get anything done on yesterday. It was so hard. I still enjoyed the day, so it wasn't the tear, it wasn't the anxiety. Thank God. It was just complete. I'm worth worth worthless. And I was at Meyer earlier trying to return some something, and we use our M Perks, which is just Myers, a grocery store here in Michigan area, and you can type in your rewards number, and it's my wife's phone number, and I use it all the time, and I couldn't even type in her number when I was in the checkout line. The lady was staring at me, and I got real nervous, and I just kept typing the wrong number, and she was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated because it's just embarrassing, you know. She's like, "Don't you know your number?" She didn't say that, but that's how I felt. Whether, who knows if she was even upset? It could have just been the irrational thoughts, right? But man, my body, I mean, I just feel like so much better physically. I have energy, like I said, with the water too, but I just feel lighter. But my brain feels like it's like a sponge being squished all day, just a strong tension. And I know, like for me, I just know that it means I'm healing. And normally, when this happens, every time I drop, the same thing happens. I lost my brain every time I drop under 5 milligrams. That lasts a week. And I just pray that it doesn't. My brain did come back a little bit yesterday, here and there. I had little windows, so we'll see. Um, I'm not really depressed, but yeah, anhedonia. Like I just don't care about anything. But I can do things. So it's like I said, this is amazing. The fact that we're off, it's a big moment for my wife and all my friends and family who support me. It's like we did it. We finally did it, you know. But um, yeah, we're good. So if you're going through this, I know exactly what you're going through. Oh, and I'm starting to become myself again too. I start joking with people. I forgot, man. I I joke all the time. I'm always cracking jokes. And I've been doing that a lot lately too. It's, that's pretty cool. And and people like it too. Oh man. So yeah, life is good. Life's really good. Uh we'll get through it. I ain't doing nothing today though. I'm just hanging out. It's like hard for me to even talk, but this is nothing. So you just want it to be over, you know? You just want it to be over. We're done. I'm not going back. Fuck that. I don't need to go back up. We're doing it. So I love you. Just know that this can get better. It will get better if you put in the work. And the only other ingredient is time. I mean, I went 20 months. What's another 7 days? My birthday's in 2 weeks, May 6th. So I will be Derek Young on my birthday. I love you. You got this. Stay strong. Stay positive too. You will beat this. I beat it. We're just after the race getting rehydrated right now, ready for the next fight. I love you. I said that already. Sorry. I'm really grateful. I really love everybody, man.